But the reason why they're so successful as patients or any person in any business is because of two things. One is they're clearly committed because they're there. The next is I want to talk about why new patients are so critical from these events. I think you've all said it. You've got, yes, it's great to get new patients from talking, but why are they such good new patients? Why? Yeah, they understand. So education's one. Why else?
They trust you.
They trust you. So you like, affinity, you're building, like and trust you. Value first, always value first. Enthusiasm, yeah, so they might be attracted to you. In fact, some of you do yourself a favor, some are going to be repulsed by you, and that's a good thing too. Okay, that's a good thing. You don't want to work with everyone. Like you do, I don't want we're different energies. You need to go somewhere else. So that's important too. Here's the thing. There's two concepts you need to understand with this. The one is that the more hoops that someone's prepared to jump through before you ask them for their custom or service, the better customer they will be. Okay, so let me say that again. So people show their commitment two ways. How many ways? Two. With their wallets and their time. So even if it's a free event, the fact that someone's prepared to drive all the way to you, sit in a room with a stranger, by the way, like they've gone on Facebook, they click on, I'm going to come to this headaches talk, and they actually end up going to the talk. I've never done anything like that in my life. Honestly. If you think about it, it's kind of weird. It's like, I don't know this guy from Adam, but I'm going to register for this headaches talk, and I'm going to show up. The fact that they showed up, let me ask you a question. Do you think they're serious about you? Do you think they seriously need your help? Yeah, are they a hot lead? Yeah. Yes, they're there, they're in front of you. They're they're there. I mean, it's kind of, how many of you I've never done anything like that before. But I will say this, how many of you sitting in this room have got anything from me ever? A book, a webinar, a summit, anything. How many of you ever got anything from me for free? Raise your hand, keep your hand up. Everyone raise your hand, look around the room. Okay? Every room I talk to is like this. Why? Because, and this is a big bugbear of mine, this idea that you can't give anything away for free because you're devaluing it is nonsense. Why are you here?
You gave stuff away.
Yeah, well, I gave value. So why are you here? So if you think that you're devaluing it, what are you saying about yourself? You're in the room, yes? Hello? Yes. You're in the room. So this idea that so there's something called in marketing called price integrity. You don't want to give, there's the kind of a general rule, and this is even breakable at times. But I only give adjustment away for free once a year. I highly recommend all you do it. I'll tell you when it is. Only once a year, but I never give the adjustment for free. But the initial consultation, one of my greatest mentors in marketing, Dan Kennedy, says you are very arrogant if you believe that you're not going to discount on the front end and while you maintain price integrity to do that. Now, often a lot of people say, but dentists don't do it. You cannot compare. Dentistry is a £7 billion industry just in the UK. Chiropractic, if we're lucky, 200 mil. There's no comparison. You guys get that? You cannot compare. It's like, oh, well, surgeons don't do it. Hello? For big pharma's promoting them, you can't compare. You cannot compare. Do you guys understand? Yes? Yeah. So we take the charge for certain things. I've never charged. I have charged for this before when it comes to the patients coming in. That doesn't work. It doesn't work when you charge for the talk in the front end. But we're going to talk about marketing heavily tomorrow. But the reason why they're so successful as patients or any person in any business is because of two things. One is they're clearly committed because they're there. The next is that human beings have this weird thing. How many of you have ever played poker in your life before? How many of you understand the concept of pot committed? Pot committed? Okay. So okay, so I'll explain this one. But pot committed is the process of in a poker game, when someone's betting and they bet like a tenner, and then the next round they like bet a 20, and then also like, I'm betting 50, and now they're in the betting round for like 100. That's the more they bet, the more they, because like how many ever like, well, I'm in for a pound, in for a penny, I'm in. So what happens with human beings is we loathe to have, the more time someone invests with you, they loathe to have that time not show an investment, a return. So like if someone's invested, that's why Gary Vaynerchuk, when you first watched his videos, you thought he was an obnoxious idiot. But when you've watched him for the last 3 years every day, do you know Gary Vaynerchuk has a team, I think 25 videographers. 25 videographers. And you know when Gary Vaynerchuk does a keynote, how many pieces of content do you think he turns that 1 hour, 30 minutes on stage to an hour? How many pieces of content does he turn that into? So maybe chops it up into a few videos, maybe creates, someone dictates it. 93. 93 pieces of content from one keynote. So everyone write this down. Content is king. The person who produces the most content wins. Like, but you have to, but this is what Gary taught me. Stop creating, you just need to document. Stop creating, document. How many of you notice a cameraman here? 2. How many do you think you're going to see this online? Freaking damn right you are. Like, stop creating. I'm not busting my ass here for 2 days on stage and then not capturing it and repurposing it. You guys understand, yes? So you all got lots of information you can work here. You guys learning something? Yeah. Cool. So that's why when they spend time with you, the more time they spend with you, how many of you have ever had a door-to-door salesman come to your house before? How many of you have ever had a pots and pan door-to-door salesman come to your house? Do you know the number one strategy? They know as long as they can get in the door, and Kirby vacuum cleaner sailors, this is the whole sales strategy. The quicker they can put all the pots and pans across your lounge, and slowly, the pans, it takes like that, and then they know the longer they spend in there, statistically, the longer they spend with you, that's why they get the pans and pots out as quickly as possible, so that like it's a mission. It's like, I'm going to show you this one, I'm going to show you this one, I'm going to show you this one, I'm going to show you this one. Or the Kirby vacuum cleaner guy, he shows you he brings it in, you're like, oh my oath. And then he unvacuums like this feature and this feature and this, and then he's got all the parts are lying everywhere. That's a strategy. Statistically, telesales, the only thing that determines a good telemarketer from a poor one is the longer they keep you on the. So what are you getting here? So that's why I don't want to knock anyone specifically, but like I'm not a big believer in the 10-minute thing. I know someone's branded that. He's an amazing teacher. He's an amazing teacher. Incredible. But I'm not believing that because this Dan taught me this. The longer you can spend there, spend there the longest. Most of you are trying to get it out as quickly as possible because you don't know how to hold the context in the. But when you have the skill set, are you going to be able to do it for longer? Yes or yes? Because the longer they spend with you, the more chance they have of doing business with you. You guys understand, yes? Yes. So that's not to discredit that. That's just my personal belief, and I'm taking that from good authority. Greatest marketers on the planet. If your presentation needs to be 3 hours and you can do it, it needs to be 3 hours. I'm going to suggest that 30 minutes is fine. But that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You guys understand? Yes? Hey docs, thanks for watching the video. I hope it was helpful. If you haven't yet got my book, it's completely free, New Patient Avalanche. It's exactly how I grew my 8 practices, saw 10,000 new patients every single year from the strategies in this book. Everything's in here. It's completely free. All you do is pay for the shipping and the postage. Click on the link. I promise to help your practice grow. See you at the next video.